Good morning. Another Rhino moment. Dr. Fred, how are you doing? You know, things are changing in the world. The world is changing. It's moving. We move in this cosmos. Most important thing is are you in synchronized? So the word is synchronize on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Synchronize.
Yeah, we're going to synchronize. That's the key word, to synchronize the resources. There's principles and there's process. The principle is a truth. A process is how and what you do. The science and the heart, or we say the art of chiropractic. And you can draw 3 circles, and the first one would be principles, would be the circle at the top. And then the circle to the right would be science, and the circle, they're all interacting, and the circle on the left would be the heart or art of chiropractic. That's how you do what you do. And the principle is the truth. It's the creation. It's the why. And then the science is what you do. And so when a philosophy interacts with the science, we call that interaction there in that little triune. There's the philosophy which interacts in that circle with the science. We call that discipline. When you have philosophy, why, with the what, you got discipline. When you got philosophy and the art, that interaction there on the left, between the philosophy, that's creativity. That's creation. That's process. Only 2 forces there. The principles, the truth, and the process of how you do what you do. And then what you do. And that interaction between the art and science, we call that creativity. And they interact. How do they interact? Through intuition. Art and science. Intuition. Now, intuition, that's a tough game. We call that innate in chiropractic. Now, let's bring this into our practice. How do we improve our practice? Well, the first thing is you improve yourself. So everybody say, I am valuable.
I am valuable.
Okay, so the more value you put on yourself, the more you value yourself. And everybody has the same amount of time. One has a value, and one doesn't think their value is that much. So then they have a lower self-value or self-image. And number 2 is to concentrate on quality of your service. First, improve the quality. How was our quality? How was our tone? How was our attitude of service this morning? Was it happy? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, and was it outstanding?
Yes.
Was it above a 10?
Yes.
Was it patient focused?
Yes.
Or was it more closed, poor me kind of focused? No. I got my children I got to drop off, and I got more worries than anybody. Or was it more giving? It must be more giving. And then the process will follow. So can you focus on attracting new patients and then release the attraction? We know we have troubles in the land. We know that. It's not new. Trouble means we're in business. And we're here to solve problems. We're problem solvers with an attitude. And always, number 3, was always give patients more than they expect. Always. High tone, positive attitude. Doesn't mean you're living la land. When there's issues, when they criticize me, a patient criticizes me, I always say, thank you. We take all compliments very seriously in this office. So I turn their criticism into a compliment. See, by thanking them, I neutralize. If you have a look at an oscillation, then when two things are oscillating, everybody take a deep breath. Now that breath oxygenates the oscillation. So when you're in harmony, they talk together. They're together. The cells, if you look at cells in the beginning, they actually vibrate. They pulsate. What do you think your pulse is? Your pulse is an oscillation. And when it's good and it's in harmony with the creation, which nobody knows. I told you the creation's a principle. The process is what we deal with. That's called physiology. The art and the science of physiology and anatomy. Structure leads to function. You want to go across this gorge? You want to go across the Grand Canyon? Well, you can climb down and over the river and then go up the other side. Or you could drive around it. Or you could fly over it. Or you could take a motorbike and hit a ramp and see if you land on the other side. See, all the structures were different depending on what it is you want to what? Accomplish. See? The process. So it's all on what you want to accomplish that we have procedures in this place. Now you don't. Why would you need the procedures if you don't want to accomplish anything? You want to accomplish, and we, Schofield Chiropractic Training, is in the coaching business. I want to let you say that again. We're coaches. We're teachers. We teach what? We teach the process, procedures. Now, there's two questions I'm going to ask you. One of the questions is, what will you do when the patients do come? Do you know exactly your procedures when they do come? And what will you do with them when they arrive? Rather than where will they come from? That's the second question. Most people ask, well, where are they going to come from? And they have no idea that you work on what will you do when they arrive. So that your procedures are honed in. When 3 telephones are ringing at the same time, do you know the procedure to answer one of them? And the answer to that is, yes, I do. On 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I do.
So, like a trip to the moon, you leave without packing. Not the best vacation to be on if you leave for the moon without packing. I think you should do a little planning for the return trip. See? For the return trip. We think that's a little funny. You see? We think that's a little funny. We think that's a little funny. See? So the Rhino moment is a moment in time. And we will continue this journey on Route 66.